Alright, this is Fat Bee Man. We're down here in the bee yard. We have one of my students down here. This is Tommy, and we're going to go through a couple of these hives here. And what we want to do is we're troubleshooting this hive to get it ready for winter. And we're going to go all through this hive step by step and show you the whole procedure. And Tommy just smoked the front of this hive, so now we're going to open the hive and we're going to get this honey off of here. Now Tommy's been a student here about 6 months. He's taken our commercial course, and he's going to be a commercial beekeeper here. And he'll be selling you bees in the future, so you'll get to know Tommy. Tommy's been on some of our other videos. Leave your feeder on that. There you go, Tom. Now what Tommy's doing is we're leaving the top feeder on the top super, and we're pulling it off, and why we leave that super covered with the feeder is to keep those bees out. And now what we're going to do is take this next super, and what we're going to do is pull the honey that is sealed off. And what we're going to do is whatever's sealed and whatever's ripe, we'll take it back into the honey house. We're going all the way down through this hive, clear to the bottom board. We're actually going to change out the whole super, the whole box. And we want to do is rebuild or change out our beetle trap. And Tommy's collecting all the gold here. We have to save all of our gold here, keep everything going here. This is regular maintenance you need to do right now. You need bees. You don't need honey in these hives right now. We're getting into late August, coming up into September. And this hive here should have been worked out a little bit quicker. We've got a pretty good amount of bees coming in and out here. Pull your super off and then cover your hive up, and then come around and throw a little smoke on the front of some of these hives here. What we do is we take the super honey off and we'll set it behind it on another box, and then we're going to put a lid across this hive body to kind of keep all these bees contained in here. Then we're going to change out that hot bottom box, the brood chamber. Has that got any honey in it?
Not mine.
Oh, Tommy's grunting. It must have a pound or two of honey in it. Them bees just keep fooling around putting honey just wherever that can put it. There's a little close-up if you can see it. Now keep enough smoke on them to keep more. Alright, go ahead and put your lid on that. Cover your, there you go. Now by covering these up with a lid, it helps keep the bees from getting stirred up. If there's no honey flow on, these bees will start robbing, and then pretty soon you won't be able to work. Now you notice Tommy's got his bee suit on. We better not laugh. These bees might get ill on us. We don't know. Now here's another thing you probably notice is the distance I've got these hives. They're setting side by side. And they're all making pretty much honey. I'm running quite a few of these stands, and I run these stands usually about 12 to 16 inches off the ground. And what we do is pull the honey, pull the brood, and then put them back together, change out our beetle traps. We're doing our fall maintenance right now. Now I'm going to step around the back and we'll look at the honey. Tommy's pulling all this honey off of here. Let's see how we're doing here. Them bees, look at that. They're fooling around. All they did was put honey in there. Can't sell that stuff. Now I don't use a bee brush because it just aggravates the bees. Now you notice how Tommy's holding the frame. Get that type of grip, give it a good shake, then walk over and put it on in the honey collection box. We have the wheelbarrow sitting here. We throw them in the box, keep them covered so you don't start a robin epidemic. And we're going to go over frame by frame and move the box. Now all we're trying to do is get rid of this honey. You probably think Fat Bee Man's gone crazy. This is August and he's pulling all the honey. Well, actually, I probably am crazy. I'm going to probably end up taking this box and making 3 splits off of it. Because it's, you know, it's only August. Still got time. Is that one all sealed up, Tommy?
Oh yeah. Got a little bit of drone cone in the bottom of this one.
All right, this is we got a hive body and we got one super. No queen excluder. Now you don't see the brood up there. All right, bring it over here. A close-up shot of that's our little honey storage. We got a super with a lid turned upside down. Put another one over it to keep the bees from robbing. It's a little bit slower than going through there and grabbing a whole super at a time, taking a blower and getting the bees going crazy, but it works for what I want to do. I'm not in the honey business. I'm only interested in making bees. Now this is probably our 3rd or 4th, maybe even 5th pull. And what I mean by a pull is we pull according to our honey blooms. And when one bloom ends, another one starts. Now we start to pull the honey. That's going to give the honey a more definite taste rather than mixing all the honey together and all the different blooms. And then once or twice a year pulling it, it's all mixed together and you got a bunch of sweet nothing. We try to separate it like this. Gives it a little bit more distinct taste. It brings a little more money. Now you see, we don't use a bee brush. What we're trying to do is just get the bees off. And I'm not worried about getting 100% of the bees off, because I'm going to set them back in the bee lab, and the bees, they're going to go to the window. And when they go to the window, I just open the window. Them little rascals are smart. They'll go back to the beehive. What we have today is basically we're going through one hive. I have one student up here. We've had a couple other ones up here earlier this morning. This is basically the best idea here. This is a one-to-one type of teaching. Tommy was pulling cells and planting queen cells earlier today. And that's a regular thing we do around here, is constantly pulling queens, putting cells in, maintenance of the stuff. Now see, so far that's an 8-frame box and we've pulled 4 frames, sealed honey, and this is probably the 3rd or 4th pull. And this is all natural drawn comb. Because as we pull on our first 2 pulls, we'll put every other frame just a little starter strip. And then the bees will draw whatever they want. Because I'm not interested in producing honey. They're going to take some of the honey to draw the wax, which the wax to me is worth more. Because I'm going to melt that wax down and make some more foundation. This honey you see now and this wax is going to go into springtime's splits and their foundation. You doing all right, Tommy? They ain't eating you up, are they?
No, not. Knock on wood and no stings.
This is a new video camera that I've got in from part of the donations and stuff. I'm starting to get my own stuff up. I'm not much of a high-tech person here. I'm a beekeeper. And usually my students or my web guy does my web page. He does all my stuff. Now, See if,
Show this, Tom?
yeah, bring that over. All right, this is the super over. It's got some drone comb on it. And so we don't want to extract it. What we'll do is take it over and we'll put it in one of the nukes that we made splits off of. Just shake those bees up. Kind of glance at it, make sure the queen wasn't up there.
She was.
Okay. Tommy's got onto this stuff pretty good.
Put it in the nuke.
Yeah, I guess you can set it in one of those. Take and go up there to where there's got that circle up there, you know, on that other hive. See, we got some splits over there we made, and what we'll do, rather than cut that drone comb out and throw it on the ground, is we make queens. So what we're going to do is use those, let those drones hatch out, and those will mate our queens for us. And then once that honey gets consumed, we'll cut that frame out and we'll melt all that wax down. Because at this time of the year, late September and late August, I'm going through these hives and I'm starting to cull everything out. What I want to do is cull out all the drone comb and put all fresh stuff in for winter time and for early spring for shipping nukes out.